Good Sunday morning, Northeast Ohio, as the city of Cleveland gets set once again to be at the center of the political universe as the host of this year's first presidential debate. Final preparations are underway at the Cleveland Clinic to handle the media that will be on hand to cover from all over the world. The debate was originally supposed to be at Notre Dame, but they pulled out because of the pandemic. Senator Rob Portman said the debate commission had already been working with the clinic, so it made the most logical choice for them to go there.
I'm pleased that the Cleveland Clinic is involved this time. I think it needs to be done in a very safe way, and they give me a lot of reassurance there. But this will be good for Cleveland and help to put us on the map. Just as the Republican convention was good for Cleveland. Cleveland really shone. You know, people from all over the country came to Cleveland and left impressed. My hope is that once again, Cleveland will shine. Our police department will do the right thing to calm the crowds, but keep order. And I look forward to it.
Cleveland, of course, last hosted a presidential debate in 1980, but a lot has changed in 40 years. I asked Senator Sherrod Brown if in this partisan age, do debates really matter?
I think the debates matter at the margins. I remember that in almost every debate, it's really it depends on who you are, whether you think your side won or not. But I think that people always need to see the contrast.
Now, this debate will come 1 week to the day before the start of early voting in Ohio. And as we've been showing you all along, the requests for absentee ballots have been coming in at a record pace. In Cuyahoga County, we're closing in on a third of all voters asking to vote by mail, with requests already 43% over where we were in 2016 at the end of the campaign. Among the parties, 65.5% of Democrats have asked for a vote by mail ballot, 45.3% of Republicans, and about 20% of the largest voting bloc, the nonpartisans. 42% of Ohio voters say they plan to vote by mail, while 46% say they plan to do it the old-fashioned way and vote in person on Election Day. That was one of the questions asked this week in a new Baldwin-Wallace poll that showed Ohio to be neck and neck. In the new Baldwin-Wallace Great Lakes poll, the matchup between Donald Trump and Joe Biden is not only a statistical tie, it is almost a literal one, with 0.6 of a point separating the two.
Biden has a very big uphill hill to climb in order to win the state, but it looks like he's got at least public opinion moving in his direction related to the possibility of winning Ohio.
The numbers look better for Biden when expanded to include the other battleground states of Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, all states President Trump carried in 2016. And to be clear, polls are simply a snapshot of a given race at a given moment in time through the eyes of a given set of voters that aren't always reflective of the final outcome. Keep in mind, on this date back in 2016, Donald Trump led Hillary Clinton in Ohio by the slimmest of margins, 1.8 points, but he would go on to carry the state by 8.1 points. But just for the sake of argument, say Joe Biden or Donald Trump were to carry the state by the slimmest of margins, that 0.6% in today's poll, well, that would be the difference of just 34,000 votes. And given the volume of early voting, we could still have 100,000 to 200,000 ballots not back on election night. As a result,
we're probably not going to know a result in Ohio until a day, two, maybe even a week or more afterwards, which then raises even more questions about whether there will be court challenges and other complications to determining how Ohio voted.
Like the polls earlier this year, they also asked Ohio voters to judge Governor DeWine's handling of the coronavirus pandemic to this point. Roughly 72% of voters said they approve, about 26% say they disapprove. The approval rating is down about 8 points from the spring for DeWine, but still much higher than the governors of the three other states.
Which is still really pretty remarkable given the opposition from within his own party, both from the base and from some of his own elected officials. The meager attempt to try to file articles of impeachment that happened a few weeks ago being an example of that.
Now, some of that attitude was on display Monday when Lieutenant Governor John Husted was booed by supporters at a Trump rally in Dayton when he brought up the importance of wearing masks. After that Dayton rally, the president then taking Air Force One due north to Swanton, Ohio. It's a little town outside of Toledo, which literally straddles the border of Lucas County that went for Hillary Clinton by better than 17 points 4 years ago, and Fulton County, which President Trump won by 36.
Hello to Swanton and hello to Toledo, and I'm thrilled to be back in Ohio with thousands.
On this last evening of summer, President Donald Trump is thinking fall as he greets these supporters outside of Toledo, dismissing polls that show Ohio is close.
I just saw that we're tied in Ohio. I don't think so. No, they're fake polls. They're almost as fake as the writers themselves.
The first mention of the pandemic came 28 minutes into the president's speech. At political events in Ohio, pandemic rules of masks and social distancing don't apply. Still, supporters weren't concerned. Do you feel comfortable at all? Uncomfortable?
No, very comfortable. Very happy to be here.
Jim Pruitt is the type of voter the campaign is looking to reach this night, someone who in 2016 sat out, but in 2020 is all in.
I knew that, I didn't care for Hillary, but I didn't know a lot about Donald Trump and how he was going to do. And I was just amazed with all the things that he got done, despite all the opposition.
Now, Senator Sherrod Brown tells me look for the Biden team to increase its footprint in Ohio, especially fueled off of these latest polls, and also look for them to have a significant TV presence in this state by the start of early voting, October 6th. With Democracy 2020, I'm John Kosich. Enjoy your Sunday. Stay safe.